We are talking a little bit today, my friends, about prospecting. I don't know about you, but sometimes some people get a little bit nervous before they have to prospect, whether they're out and about meeting new people, or let's say perhaps you have some people on your list and you've been avoiding it, or getting a little nervous about it, or you're just not quite sure. So we're going to talk all about it today, how to avoid that nervousness and what you can do to really kind of overcome it altogether. So I hope that is something that you are looking for. If you're a network marketer and you're out there and you are pushing, you are striving, you are ready to get to the finish line, learning how to prospect successfully and doing a lot of it is a key thing in you succeeding. And also, of course, having that duplicate in your team. So maybe this has been you before. I know it's certainly been me. So don't feel bad if it has been. In fact, pretty much everybody that's ever been in network marketing at some point in their career, at some point in building their business, they know they needed to prospect someone, but they just got a little bit nervous. And so then they kind of put things off. So the truth of the matter is this: if we are going to build this big, and we want our team to build it big as well, prospecting is like the core of what we have to do. If we have the best product in the world, the best company, the best business, the best, just most amazing, revolutionary, one of kind, no one's ever seen this or heard of this before, but you got the stuff and we don't tell people about it, then it's going to be the best kept secret. It's going to be locked down in the vault. We can't have your business like that. We have to have people know about what it is that you do. So let's talk about how you can get more comfortable and kind of get over the nervousness, specifically when it comes to prospecting. So here's what I usually find is that, a lot of times people get nervous because they're not sure what to say. They may be texting, they may be on Facebook sending private messages, they may be calling, and they're just okay, I'm just gonna do it. And then they do it and they are so nervous. They got, the butterflies in the stomach, sweaty palms, all of that. And then they get on the phone and they don't do good, right? It doesn't go well. So I'm going to cover 3 specific tips of what you can do to avoid that whole process and kind of get to the finish line. So tip number 1 is that you start off by practicing ahead of time. You don't go into a situation where you're going to be talking to somebody about your business without already having it in your head what you want to say. It's funny, if you've ever seen somebody and they're brand new to network marketing, or even if they just switch jobs and they switch to a new profession and you say, hey, what do you do? They're they don't have a good answer. And so we don't want that to be us. We want to be a true professional in our business and in what we do. So, practicing ahead of time is really important. If you think, hey, I'm going to talk to this person, this is how I see it going down in my mind, and this is what I'm prepared, so that when they ask me what I do, or I kind of know how I want to bring it up, I already have that thought about in my mind, in my head, so that when it comes time for that, it's not you're thinking on the spot, because some people thinking on the spot is the least effective way to do something, right? I mean, it works, but it works a lot better if we've already thought about it ahead of time and we can really put some thought into how we want to come across to that prospect. So that is tip number 1, is practice ahead of time. Tip number 2, which kind of builds on that, is spend a minute visualizing it. It's funny because, over the past couple of days, I've spent a lot of time learning about people that are high performers. What do they do to get to the finish line and not just, hit a goal every now and again, but to consistently perform on a high level, to consistently get to the finish line, to consistently see growth and get to the next level in their business. And there's certain things that they do. And here's one thing that not only is true for people that are high performers in business, but it's also true for athletes, especially people that are in the NFL, people that are in the NBA, people that are in the Olympics, right? People that know how to win, okay? What do? They visualize. They actually spend a fair share of time visualizing how they want it to go. So you see a swimmer, and before they jump in the pool, they have it planned out. They're thinking about, how they want this to go. How's that push off going to look? How are they going to put each stroke in the water when they're swimming? They have it planned in their mind. They've already won in their mind. So then it's just a matter of performing it in real life, right? And so how can that apply to us as network marketers? Well, you have some people. They may be people on your chicken list. You're oh my gosh, they'd be so amazing. I would love to talk to them. But, we haven't practiced, right? And then we haven't visualized the success, the win of how that's going to go over positively in our business. So by practicing, hey, this is what I'm going to say. And number two, this is how I see this going down in my mind. Think it through. See yourself being calm. See yourself being collected. See yourself, having the right answers and being kind of on your toes with what it is that you want to share, and see it going a positive way with that prospect. Like if you did that and you spent some time visualizing, a prospecting call or a prospecting message or whatever, even a prospecting presentation, like you're out there and you're showing the plan. If you spend some time visualizing it ahead of time, do you think the outcome might change? Just a thought. Like if you think that if you maybe thought ahead of time about the outcome of what you're wanting to see, that it might change for you, put a 2 up in the comments so I know you are with me. Shoot me a thumbs up, my friends, because I believe it can change everything. I don't know if you've ever heard people that talk about going for their dreams, going for their goals, and how important it is to visualize your goals ahead of time. There's a reason that it's so important, because your mind thinks in pictures. If you see it in your mind's eye, you can deliver it in real life. That's just how the brain works. So that is number 2. Number 3, and this is one of my favorites, this is one I do for myself all of the time, is I do what we call get in the zone. Now, what is get in the zone? Well, for me, that's basically locking and loading. I have some time booked out where my sole purpose, that is what I'm doing, is I am contacting, I'm prospecting. Typically what I'll do is I'll sit down, I'll make my list. Making your list is like something that if you're a professional in network marketing, you will do it hundreds of times in building your business. Like it's not a one-time thing. You will do it a lot. And so you make your list. Then after you have your list, and you just put everybody on there. Like think of people on your phone, think of people on your text, think of people on your Facebook, think of people that you met recently. You just put everybody on there. Then once you have that, you cherry pick, like, who do I want to talk to now? Who do I think would be amazing? And like maybe you even pray. You say, hey, God, give me the right people that I'm supposed to connect up with tonight. Give me the right people, put them on my heart, put them on my mind, so that they're prepared for me, right? And so I cherry pick those guys, and then I literally get in the zone, and that's all I'm doing. I'm hammering out those phone calls, I'm shooting out text messages, I'm sending out Facebook messages, I am contacting. I'm not trying to make dinner or, help my husband with something or, answering other phone calls that have nothing to do with that. Like that is what I'm doing. And that, for me, that's getting in the zone. And it's been very, very effective, because I don't know if you've ever felt like this, like sometimes the hardest thing in prospecting, especially if like, hey, I know I should be contacting 5 people a day or 10 people a day, or hey, I'd really love to touch base and reach out to 25 people this week or in the next couple of days. Sometimes the hardest thing is starting, like just doing it. And so if you just make a point to do your get in the zone time, where you make your list, you cherry pick your top people, and then you just go for it. Like, who do I want to talk to now? God, give me the people, bring them to my bring them to my memory, so that I can reconnect on up with them, and they're in the place in their life where they're ready to hear from me. So I hope these tips were helpful to you guys. Feel free to pass them along. If you have people in your team and, when it comes to prospecting, they get a little nervous, or you can tell like, maybe they've been relying on their team that they already have a little bit too much, and it's really time to get some new people aboard the ship, then, share this with them so that they can get out there and they can get after it. Because the biggest thing is overcoming that fear, overcoming that nervousness. And honestly, it's not that hard. Like when you're done, you won't die. Like you're not going to take a bullet over it. You're not going to, nothing crazy is going to happen. It's just a matter of just getting down to business and getting it done. And if you want something that can help kind of get you over the finish line, get you over the edge of conquering those fears, I've actually put something together that specifically talks about this subject. So if you click on the link that's listed in the description, it's my 10-step process. What this is a process for really clearing out the nonsense in your life that's been holding you back, clearing out the things that have been a roadblock for you in the past, so that you can finally get your breakthrough. You can get to the finish line. You can start earning those checks. You can start replacing your income. You can fire your boss if you want to, rank up, be walking across stage at your next convention, and everyone's down there taking pictures, and because you really did it. You really committed, you really got it done. And sometimes we have to deal with some stuff to get there. So if that's you and you're ready to get your breakthrough, you're ready to get to the finish line, then click on the link that's listed in the description and get my 10 steps. It's my free gift to you. I know it will help, and I'm excited for the success that you'll see from it. So that is all for today, my friends. Take care, be blessed, and I will see you all next time.